Welcome to Chapter 10.5 of this interface design course for Adquio screens. In this session, we will learn how to prepare everything so that the screen is fully ready for our client to work with. First, we need to remember that we are working with two different applications. The first one is Virtuino 6, which we have been using to design our interfaces so far, and the second one is Virtuino 6 Viewer, the application that allows the user to view our creations but not modify them. The first step in moving this design from the designer to the viewer is configuring some important parameters in settings. The first option is to ensure that this application keeps the screen always on so it doesn't go to sleep. The second, very important option is to auto-connect when the app starts. The third option is, if possible, on the current version of Android, to make this application start automatically when the Android system boots up. We will enable all three options, although the third one may work on some Android versions and not others. To address this, we will also look at an alternative that works consistently. Once we've completed this, we'll simply go to Save Project As and save our project with a specific name, Training, in the Downloads folder. Once the project is saved, we will exit and switch to Virtuino 6 Viewer. I already have it loaded, but you will go to the three dots, Load Project, navigate to the Downloads folder, and there it is. It's important to check again in Settings if we have the Auto Connect and Auto Start options enabled. Great, let's click Connect, as it didn't automatically connect upon loading, and now it's up and running. The client can now use the interface but cannot exit to edit it. The only things they can do are disconnect, change configuration parameters, or exit. Let's now exit and see how to configure the system to ensure Virtuino 6 Viewer starts by default when the screen turns on, for example, in the case of a power outage. We have three options for this. 1. The first is to rely on the internal option we just reviewed, as this Android version allows an app to auto-run. This would be the ideal solution. 2. The second option is to see if this Android version has a specific setting for this. You'll find this option in Accessibility, under Boot App. Simply select Virtuino 6 Viewer. Let's confirm it's selected. Yes, it's correct. This would be the second option if your system includes this feature. 3. The third option is using an app we can find in the app drawer, Boot Control. We simply select the app we want to start with the system. Click the red gear, then under Select App, scroll down to find Virtuino 6 Viewer. And add it to the list. Save it and return to the previous option. It's very important to hit play. If we don't, everything we've done won't work. You'll see an icon in the notifications bar indicating that boot control is activated. So we've reviewed all the options available. Any of these three will do the same thing. When the screen turns on and Android is fully booted, Virtuino 6 Viewer will launch. Let's now look at two final details in Virtuino 6. When it starts, you'll see a logo that says Virtuino. This startup logo can be changed to display the client's logo, your company information, or an ad for your business. You can do this here. Here we have some additional settings. Whether we want the screen to run in portrait or landscape mode. We can also name the project, but the most important thing is the message that will appear under the startup icon. If we click on Virtuino, we can load any image we want. For example, this one. Let's leave the loading message. We can also change the icon to one of our choosing. For example, let's select this one. If we select a different icon, it's important to mark this option. This will replace the Virtuino 6 viewer icon with the one we selected. If you want your company logo as the startup icon, you can do so without any issues. You can even change the name, so instead of Virtuino 6, it could say your company name, Visor, or something similar. Great. With this setup, what we'll see, after saving, is that when the system starts, it will display the icons we configured instead of the default ones. Now, as you can see, it's showing the custom icon. This can be important for a more corporate image, and it gives you the opportunity to showcase your brand at startup, or even display the client's logo if they approve. That's it for the Chapter 10.5, where we covered how to prepare everything so your client can enjoy your design and work with it without the risk of switching to design mode and potentially breaking your creation. Remember that in Chapter 10.6, we will look at a full, more complex example, applying everything we've learned to a real-world scenario. See you in Chapter 10.6. Until then.